Yay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sidejag. And tonight, this is going to be a show about nothing.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, it's totally a Seinfeld episode. We're just going to talk about shit. So,
Yeah. Can I start it off?
yes.
All right. How much do you value words in your personal life? Personal
Value
conversation.
words?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I have a few. Okay, excluding profanity.
Right.
There's a few words that I favor. If that's what we're talking about, that I like to use.
Mine's more the quantity of words that you use in a day. But here's the premise.
Yes.
I would say that Cassie uses 5 times the amount of words that I use per day, and I get less information from those 5 times more words.
Yes.
Than I would with someone just being concise with their language and getting a point.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's fair to compare male and female, though.
Right.
Because there's a lot of story.
Yeah.
That we might trim out.
Well, and in this case, here's the instance. This happens a lot. And it just happened right now.
Okay.
Here's the situation. We ordered 180 or 200 baked potatoes for the wedding. We're doing a baked potato bar.
Oh, yummy.
All right. So baked potato bar. My buddy's going to do the barbecue portion of it.
Fantastic.
So I say, hey, do we get butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon bits with this? Yes or no? It's fine if we don't. We can get our own. I just don't want to buy double if we already get it.
Correct.
So this is the whole thing, right?
Right.
And she's like, well, it said when I ordered it online, easy cater, it comes with utensils and soft and this and this. And she's looking for it. Like her mind now, once she's done that, her mind's not going to be able to ease until she sees that on that order.
Correct.
And I was like, okay, we don't need utensils. We know that. I said, they called you to confirm. She did say that. And I was like, cool. So I need you to email or call and confirm that. And she's still on the utensils. Like, listen, we're not going to, we don't need the utensils. These are not the utensils you're looking for. Right. Like this is totally beside the point, but her mind can't until she sees that. She can't skip to the next thing. And I'm like, listen, all I need is just call and confirm. And, it's not like mad or neither one. She's like, oh, and then once she found it, now she could focus on what I'm saying. And there was like probably in that short amount of time, like 30 or 40 words that had nothing to do with what we were trying to get done.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I wish it was less words.
Well, in there again, I feel like in a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Like for example, if a guy is asking a question or giving direction, it's turn left, turn right, go down the road. It's over there. Hey, I need you to do this.
Yeah.
And you're and they don't work that way.
No.
So, like if I say, hey, in there again, I totally understand. Like I'll be like, hey, I need you to go grab this specific thing in the second drawer. It's going to be on the left, has a red handle. What?
Yeah.
What part of that did you miss? The red handle, the drawer. What do you need?
Yeah.
I need a tool. It's in the second drawer. What kind of tool? Second drawer tool. It's gonna have it's the only one in there with a red handle. Well, what am I looking for? A red handle. I could have gotten down and gotten the fucking tool, gotten in the car, driven to Home Depot, bought another tool. You're not being nice. Hi.
Melissa, tune out for a second.
I'm not. I'm annoyed now that you volunteered to help and you're asking too many fucking questions.
Yeah, and now to be fair, the inverse of this is, and we've talked about on here, like, Bobby got in a car wreck at work. Really? What happened? What kind of car was it? How fast was he driving? Was it this? I'm like, I just know he's in the hospital. He's hurt, not dead.
Yeah.
He's going to make it. Oh, but where was it at? And it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just the thing.
Right. So I don't have all that information for her that she'd be like,
no. Well, So I'm watching. There's this comedian. His name is Nate, and I can't pronounce his last name. He's the guy that does the Saturday Night Live George Washington skit.
I don't know. I've seen that.
Okay, you have to.
Yeah.
Just type in Saturday Night Live George Washington skit. You will laugh your ass off. There's two of them, one in a boat, one in a field. Anyways, he's talking about his daughter. The school had both his and his wife's phone number, and the school decided to call him and ask him what his daughter's bus number was.
Oh, man, shit.
And he's like, do you not understand how, like, do you not live in a family? Do you not have a dad? I mean, why would you look at two numbers and go, I'm going to call the dad? Like, how would I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, I'll just come pick her up. What school is she at? You know, it's like, but yeah, it's like, that's not my part in all this. Like,
yeah.
I feel as a couple, there's things that you're good at and there's things that I'm good at. And I don't think either one of us should ever try to help each other be good at either one of those. Like,
right.
When she'll ask me, like, when she's like, I always, like, she would be like, hey, we need to get health insurance. Like, we need to go and pick our policy. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Why are you asking me?
Yes.
Like, do you think anything that I've done in my life has set me up to understand anything of what you're gonna read? Like exactly. There again, I get it if we're both dumb in the fact, but she fucking works in the field. So what am I gonna be able to add to this conversation other than that sounds good? I think we should do that. And if that's all you need, let me know in the beginning. Because if you're like expecting me to pay attention to, like, do I need strength or extra strength? Ooh, what about that? I don't know.
Exactly.
Like, I go, what aspirin am I taking? The blue one, the red one, or the white one?
We've had this same conversation. Pain do you have? And I was like, when's the last time I went to the doctor? She's like, I don't know. I was like, me neither. You go to the doctor every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You tell me what you need. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'll do it. Because when she was on my insurance, before they changed their plans, I was like, all right, tell me, what do you need? What do I need to do here for you? Because you're the one that uses, you're the insurance user. And
so here's the irony in this. So this morning, Haley texted us because we were driving our little buddy to school. And Haley texts and says, hey, I got a brake light out on my dash. The indicator came on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, Haley said she has brake light out. Immediately, I just thought, yeah, it's no problem. You guys are going away this weekend. I'll just fix it at work. No, it'll take 10 minutes. No big deal. I'll drive in and say I need, like, already went through the whole process of how this is going to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't even bother to text her back because I knew Sue would do it. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure Dad can take a look at it this weekend and fix it. Already volunteering me for the job.
Oh, yeah.
Setting me up to make sure it gets done. And I'm like, was that ever a question? Like, the fact that she did it in the group chat was just out of niceness. Like, neither one of you are going to be here. She knows you're not going to do it. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Why? And I literally finally, she goes, I think it's the passenger side. And I said, sounds great. Sounds great. Like that's it. When it comes to text messaging, I was talking to my buddy the other day, and we were both talking about like emails and text messages. And I say, when people ask me, because I'll have friends that will, and that's great,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing speech to text, they're typing. It seems to make sense, so I'm thinking that they're typing, and you're going. I always I said, listen, man, don't take this personal, but I pay by the letter. I pay by the letter, so you're not going to get. Didn't I see another? Never.
But so we talked about this at finals when we were eating dinner with Brian.
Yeah.
So there was a big ass hurricane in Florida, right where you're going, right towards where you live.
Yeah. Here it comes.
So I'm basically texting like, yo, are you still alive? And then I get a message back, and it's like shows the picture, the preview, floodwaters, and it's like, oh shit, looks bad. And you click on the picture, and then when it starts to play, it's a butthole.
Dude, those are the people standing in line. It goes, gotcha, bitch.
And
Dude,
then Cassie's like, "Are they okay?" I was like, "Yeah, he's okay. He's fine."
dude, Haley sent that to Brian Mitchell.
Yeah.
And because she goes, "You should send this to Brian." I said, "You have his number. You send it to Brian."
Yeah.
And he didn't play it. And so I said, write him back and say, "Bro, you got to hear what this lady's saying." Because then he'll play it. Because you couldn't see
Right.
the little play button. And dude, and then he was just like, "Oh man, you got me."
Got me good.
So everybody got that. Everybody got that.
Yeah.
But and there again, and then here's the funny thing. Okay, since we're talking about that, so hurricanes coming, standing strong, no big deal. Hurricanes, dude, like the last lap of this nightmare, it's coming. Do you think we should? Do you think we should leave?
After you've already made the choice.
Yeah, you literally yesterday you were so pissed that you said, if anyone asked me if I hear one more person say, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah.
And then you look at me and I'm like, I just turned around and walked away. I didn't even have an answer. There was nothing I could have said. I just said, and I just went in the other room. Because there's no, come on, man. Like,
yeah, we've already made the choice.
Yeah.
This is the hill we're gonna die on.
Ready, bro. Pull it up and here we go.
Well, that's what Cassie was like. They're not evacuating. I was like, listen, they lived there a while, so they made the decision to stay for whatever. They've lived through this stuff, so I'm sure they knew better than us, who are landlocked in the middle of the country, how these typically go.
Yeah, I mean, and there again, I know what the world is telling them about us. We're getting different news than you're getting.
Yeah.
So they want viewers, so they are literally showing you every bad picture they can possibly find.
It's the same thing with tornado here, because like every time, we're going to go to the storm. No, we're not. It's not even.
Dude, and that honestly, that was the scariest part for us, is that at one point it was like it got so crazy windy and it was so loud.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it sounded like there was a helicopter flying over the house.
Gee.
And I'm going, okay, it doesn't sound like a train. Everyone says it sounds like a train, but what does a train actually sound like? And I'm going, we're fucked. Because if there's and all I could think about was that moment in that stupid movie Twister, where it's like the lightning strikes.
Yeah.
You see the giant tornado over in the corner. You're like, oh shit. That's all that was going through my head. And I'm like, because if it comes, we're dead.
Right. Yeah.
There's nothing going to stop it. Like the couple tornadoes that went through just demolished this neighborhood. Like,
right.
Dumpster inside of the house. I mean, no, okay. The easiest way to say this is, if water got into my house, there's houses that would be fucking underwater. Like, I live in where I bought my house, though is not anything to brag about, happens to be one of the highest points in our county. So, and there's no flooding, so I don't have to worry about standing water or shit like that. I'm at the top of the hill. So if my house got water, there's a lot of people that are really, really screwed.
Yeah.
So, they built our subdivision in the 70s properly. So now that's not to say if we get tons of wind and shit, our house isn't fucked, but I don't live in a house I don't live in new construction. So when you look at like Florida, a lot of the new Florida houses are that Spanish influence, where they're very tall, they have very pointed roof. They're basically a northern influence in a southern area. When people first moved to Florida, they understood the concept of a hurricane. And so they would build all these houses that were flat.
Right.
Okay? So if you look at older houses in Florida, they're all flat. The roof pitch is very like this. Okay. So that way, when the hurricane comes through, it just goes over the top of the house. And then all the northerners started moving down here, and they're like building these big houses like this with these really high pitched roofs and the second stories. And basically what you had is what happened in Miami, where it just came through and leveled the whole fucking place.
Yeah.
And they were like, they blamed it on shitty construction. It's like, No, you put a brick wall in front of a big moving object of air, and guess what? It had nowhere to go but push everything over. You know?
Like me bitching about getting 16 miles a gallon driving up to finals. And
Yeah,
someone in that when we were at the house on the Saturday, we're like, dude, you're driving a brick with
yeah,
33-inch tires. Like, what do you expect? And I was like,
yeah,
bro, quit trying to make sense, man. Let me complain.
yes,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
Let me complain.
So they blame it on crappy construction, meaning they didn't put in the right braces and stuff like that. Now, here's the
Yeah.
funny part. My house was built in the 70s. It has all the bracing that it's supposed to have. Like, you literally, in order to get insurance, you have to have somebody come out and check for hurricane straps.
Right.
They weren't even a thing in the 70s, okay?
Yeah.
In the early 80s. Well, it doesn't exist. But somehow my house has them. And I'm going,
Did you see the photo of the giant ratchet strap
yeah.
with
Dude,
they had concrete things?
I've thought of that. I thought that was a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Because, I
Like
mean, that's
they
the
had
first thing to
concrete.
go.
They had things in the concrete.
Yeah, it's
Ratchet straps
fantastic.
down. Yeah. I was like, oh man, that's hilarious.
Listen, there's some really cool things you can do. So, like, everyone boards up the windows. Boarding up the windows sucks. Okay,
Yeah.
like it's not okay. So it's not the wind that's the problem. It's the shit that's in the wind.
Right.
Okay, so a half-inch piece of freaking pressed wood is not going to stop a 2x4 traveling 30 miles an hour. It's not going to happen. We know this. We've seen it. They've literally showed us this and time again. It's like, but they make these, and then if you put like the metal on there, aluminum, little thin piece of aluminum is gonna. The acrylic works really well because it just kind of like it's acrylic. It has way more shear strength than all this other shit, and you can see through it, which is nice. But they make something that's even better. They make these tarps that are made out of this really awesome material. It's like Kevlar enforced shit,
Right.
and you just clip it on like a tent cover, and it just you fold it up when you're done, and you put it in the shelf. And I'm like, I like that. And then they have they have a big one you put in front of your garage door, because that's the other thing. A lot of people don't think about their garage door, and the garage door is actually really good. Once the garage doors goes and the wind can get in underneath, that's when your roof blows off.
Yeah.
So keeping the garage door secure is important. And if the weather is going to stay on this trajectory where the world is coming to an end, then that's the next thing. I'll have to come and get garage door shit put in, because I'm out there and it's going, oh shit. I mean, we parked Haley's car in front of it to prevent anything from hitting it,
right?
But the wind is still going, hey, and you're going,
yeah. Garage doors are so sketchy anyways. It's like, oh geez, is it gonna hold up?
Yeah. So they make a couple cool things. Like they have a reinforcement that can go inside of it, which you can add to any garage door. And then they have bars that you can they big like 2x2 brigade steel bars that go into the floor.
Yeah.
And you basically lock the whole door into and you make it part of the structure, which is kind of neat. Boarding up one of those might just keep the glass from blowing in. Yeah, but the problem is that when the 2x4 goes right through the wood, it goes right through the glass. So, and most houses have pretty good windows for wind. Like if you have a double pane window, you're pretty set as far as the wind goes. They have most windows here that get sold in Florida have a really high wind rating. So, but anyways, that's hurricane talk. Who gives a fuck?
It's over now until it starts again.
Now, anyways,
until it starts again. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. It's just been crazy this year with that. That being said, what has also been crazy,
yes,
is traveling the last 2 weeks back to back.
Yeah,
dude, I'm usually not that tired. For what I've been tired.
Yeah. Oh no, it's yeah. Well, you get a lot of walking around. That doesn't help.
Right, and then oh my god, and then Derek has been on a walking kick. So I was walking with him, and he had me walking. That last day before we went on a flight, I think we probably walked like 5 miles.
Oh, did he Chris Vera you?
Yeah, basically, yeah. You know what happened? Like, I had to slow down because I was like, man, on my hip, I had like an ingrown hair on my hip and it was rubbing on my belt.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I can't keep this pace up like this. I had to do the kind of
Yeah.
lower my belt and not rub that sore. So yeah. Yep. Chris Veered for sure. Although I'm used to walking, but you know, Derek's he's got, you know, like 36-inch legs. I got like 30-inch legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah, so it's funny. So, you know, we'll be at SEMA and then I'm coming home for a couple days and then we're flying back out again.
Yeah.
And going to the Dino's Get Down. And Jeff asked me to come out to a training. He's like, just stay out and come to the training. And I was like, for a minute I was like, yeah, that's like, that'll save me money. That'll be great. And I was like, oh, that's 3 more days. And I'm like, no, there's no chance. Yeah, exactly. No, we weren't. We were actually, he silently got your revenge on him.
Yeah. I got Chris Vera.
Derek did a Chris Vera to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God. And then we'd walk those days, and then I don't know why this happens to me, but every flight I take, the connection time is like 20 minutes.
You got to look at that stuff, man.
I know, but it's like I can't. It's that, or the option is like the times are way different. And I'm talking 20 minutes before the plane takes off, not boarding time. So it's like I'm running in between, and my legs are already tired, and I was like, oh Jesus, let this nightmare end. But we got on the plane and got on the plane, and I was like, oh my God. And then I had to drive 2 hours home, got home about a little after midnight, and by the time I wind down, back at work at 6.
I get to take the girls to the airport tomorrow morning. So I get to do what I always do to them. They're gonna do to me. So I gotta leave here at like 5 to get them to the airport.
Yeah.
And they're like, you sure you want? I'm like, yeah, dude, you guys always take me. Why wouldn't I return the favor? I mean,
exactly.
What do I care? You know? And so then the funny thing is like when we go to SEMA, they're not gonna be here either. So we have to we're gonna drive Haley's car to the airport, park it, get on the plane, and they're gonna be coming back from Orlando. So they'll just pick it up on the way back because you drive right past the airport on the way back. But it's funny you talk about walking. When we were at the last Orca event, it was Sage. You know, all of us were walking, Haley, and Sage is tall.
Yeah.
But we're walking. He's like, bro, guys, what the hell? Where's the fire, man? He goes, I'm like, what? He goes, bro, man, I got short legs. I got a long torso. I got short legs. Look, my legs and your legs are about the same. Okay, slow the fuck down.
Dude, that's me too. I got a long torso.
Well, there's a good Instagram I took because you and I were walking.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there with my camera.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yep. Look at him just walking there. You know.
Yeah. Bebopping. Yeah, man.
Yeah. From bad. Oh yeah. Well, of course he did. But
well,
you know, it's funny.
To be fair, we didn't even realize you were that far back there until we turned around.
Yeah, and then we didn't care at that point because
Fernando had it covered. Yeah,
exactly. So Fernando's funny because he's like an alligator. Like he has these bursts of speed.
Yeah,
with his little legs, and then he's like no good for nothing.
Yeah,
you know, because we'll be going through an airport and I'll be like, okay, dude, like I get it, but like we got a long way to go. You need to pace yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, just slow it down, you know, because he'll be like, I'm like, no, dude, stick with me. Stick with me. I got this. We'll get there. I promise. You know, I can walk fast, but I need you to be there the whole time. You know.
Well, I do have a funny story. Travel. So
yep.
I had to leave here at 3:30 in the morning to catch my flight because, like you, I fly either late at night or early in the morning. Because it's cheaper and it's a nightmare to fly in the middle of the day.
Correct.
If you fly a lot, everyone knows that. So I drive up there. I'm thinking I'm not going to get any breakfast here at home or I don't have time to get a bowl of cereal or whatever I may have got. So I grabbed a bottle of water, a small bottle of water, And I'm like, okay, I'll just drink this and I'll find some on the way. Well, it's 3:30 in the morning. Since COVID, everything's shut down. We don't have nothing 24-hour anymore.
Correct.
So I get about halfway to Tulsa, see a Love's. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna stop here before I get on the turnpike because there's no stops once you get on there. And so I go in there, dude. They had like some hot dogs. God knows how long they've been on there. It's 3:30 in the morning. They didn't put fresh hot dogs on there. And I'm searching, like, what the hell am I going to get? And I'm dying of thirst at this point because I've already driven an hour.
Right.
Woke up at 3 and I drunk one of those little bitty bottles of water.
Yeah.
Like within 10 minutes, and I'm like, so I get a giant bottle of water, like the big ones you can get. And I just had to settle for like 2 Uncrustables. Never had an Uncrustable in my life.
Oh, they're fantastic.
So I had like 2 of but it was Love's branded Uncrustables.
Ooh, okay.
It was like their own version. It wasn't bad. I got like 1 grape, 1 strawberry.
Yeah.
Ate that. Travel all the way there. Get there. There's a connection in Dallas, so I have a little bit more time on that one. Get in North Carolina around 12:30, somewhere around there. And so we start driving straight from the airport. We're going to South Carolina to where the meet is.
Yeah.
It's about 4 hours away. And we get to driving, and at this point, like I'm starting to get hungry. Derek's like, "You hungry?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm hungry. I haven't ate like 4 in the morning, But it didn't. It hits you all of a sudden, If you're not paying attention, you're doing things.
Bro, you were Chris Vera in the story.
Yeah. I got Chris Vera.
I mean, he was the same way.
But he made it longer than me though. He made it to that night. Yeah, but
he was captain in his reserve.
So he's like, "All right, we'll just stop at the next place." It ends up being Fayetteville, North Carolina. Derek's like, "I gotta warn you, like Fayetteville is pretty gnarly." He's like, "They call it Vietnam around here." I said, "Really?" I was like, "Okay." We pull off. We're just going through the drive-thru so we don't slow down too much. And we go to a Burger King, and you can tell there's like crackheads everywhere. It's like, yeah, of course. Okay. Right. We go to Burger King, and we go to order, and they're like, "We just got to tell you don't have any beef. No hamburgers." And then Derek's like, "So fish and chicken?" Like, "Yeah." All right, give us some chicken nugs. We get chicken nugs. And as they're on there, I was like, "What, Derek, what's this place called?" He's like, "Burger King." I was like, "No, it's Chicken King, bro. This one is Chicken King." And he's like, I'm saying it while we're at the window. And he's like, "Dude," he's like, "I'm glad they like had our food ready before you start talking shit about it." And I was like, I'm fine with chicken anyways, but like you're literally called Burger King. Just shut it down if you don't have burgers.
Yeah.
Like because that's the only thing that's flame broiled in Burger King. They didn't do that to the chicken. So that was the story there. We get there, and there also the last time we were there, we ate at a Bojangles.
Mm-hmm.
The Bojangles is never packed. Last time we were there, nobody was there. Most other people there. Anyways, like it was the best Bojangles we had both ever had.
Right.
And I was like, "What the hell's going on with this?" So we're like, we're going to eat it again because sometimes you remember something.
Right.
And the next time you go, damn sure. So we're talking about it that night. So we meet up with some of the guys. We're like, "Yeah, we're going tomorrow morning. Let us know how it goes. It's probably not going to be good." None of them have been there. They live in that area.
Right.
And we roll up. Of course, nobody's there again. We stroll right in. Still the best Bojangles I ever had. Shockingly. And nobody goes there.
Wow.
So I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. Best service, best biscuits.
Yeah. I've been there once. It was fantastic.
Yeah. And some of them really suck. But that one, and I noticed when we went on the door, it said National Training Center. So that's why, but hell, nobody goes there.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. No, it was.
I don't imagine they'll be there next time we go. Who knows? But
yeah. Yeah, no, that's that was like on our trip home. We were, we're driving, and I was like, dude, friends like, "Where do you want to stop?" I was like, I just like no McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
No McDonald's.
Now, dude, we needed you to put down wings. No one was pounding the wings except you and Brian.
They were good.
Yeah, they were good. I had like 5 though, but I don't know. I just wasn't super hungry at that. I mean, I really didn't eat a lot that day, but we were just doing so much stuff, and
yeah. Well, we had so we had the
I think those things were like $5 a wing.
What's that?
They were like $5 a wing.
Oh yeah, no shit, right? Bro, I felt bad. I was like, you were like, I'll do it. I'm like, no, I got it. I'm like, no, I got it. And I'm like, you're like, no, I'm doing it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I expected it to
I know what it costs to fly here. I can only imagine what their wings are.
Exactly. Like, who's going to Birmingham, Alabama? Which, and another thing about that trip is I had Chris walking through that park because I went the wrong way. Totally my fault. Same thing. But Chris already, like, I got him walking 2 blocks this way.
Yeah.
I bring him through the homeless park, which I didn't know was a homeless park until you said it.
Yep.
And so, I was like, damn, I was like, hey,
that's
if you get stabbed.
Chris was having a great time the next night. I tell you, the 2 happiest people at the table when we went to a meat on a stick was Chris and Sebastian.
Oh yeah, they had a blast.
Those 2 guys, we should have just let them have their own table, and they could have just
they were kicking ass for sure,
like dancing around and having a good time. And
yeah,
of course, Sebastian's over the dance. I said, hey,
yeah,
look around. You see anybody acting like this at any of these tables? Like you're acting?
He's like, yeah, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. He should have, man. If he would have said that, I'd have been like,
fair enough.
We'll keep going. But he's like,
oh, no. Yeah.
I said, all right, then. Read the room. Play the room.
Like, that was definitely Chris's spot. I mean, I thought it was. I think I'm maybe
exactly like it, that food is always the same for me.
Right. Yeah.
I only eat 2 things there. So.
Right. The little hot dogs were good. The little sausages. Those were good, and then the one steak that Chris recommended was really good. Yeah. The other ones, I could take or leave. I really don't care.
Yeah, I left them.
Yeah.
The garlic chicken is always too garlicky.
Yes, I agree with that.
Oh, expensive scotch. Yeah. That's funny.
There you go.
Yeah. So this week, the girls were gone on a cruise last weekend, so I won't see the girls until November sometime.
Oh man,
because they're going. I got to take them to the airport tomorrow, and then next weekend they're going to be to run. The weekend after that, I'll be at SEMA, and then the weekend after that, Haley will be with me, but Sue won't. And then we'll be back together. So sometime in November.
Going to SEMA with you?
No, Haley's going to Dino's Get Down with me.
Okay,
taking my work wife to SEMA. But so my mom says, "Hey, you're going to take me out to eat." I said, "Okay, no problem. Where do you want to go?" Where did she want to go? Fuck. She wanted to go to this shitty restaurant, and I was like, "Okay, a Grillsmith." Okay, she wanted to go to Grillsmith, chain restaurant, and I'm like, "Wherever you want to go, man. Where it doesn't matter. Just pick a place. I don't care. We'll drive wherever you want. I don't give a shit. I want to go to Grillsmith." I was like, "Okay." So we get to Grillsmith on Friday, and I walk up and I say, "Table for 2." This dick goes, "Do you have a reservation?" And I'm like, in my head, I go, "For Grillsmith?" And I go, "No." And the girl goes, because he goes, immediately goes, "It's going to be an hour and a half wait." And the girl goes, "Would you like to eat inside or out?" And I said, "What's the difference?" She says, "If you want to sit outside, I can seat you a half hour." Outside it is. I'd love to sit outside. Let's sit outside. She goes, "Okay, let me get your phone number." So she took over because pompous little prick skinny boy over here that needed a punch in the face politely shut up. He was just, he was really excited to be doing his job. That's all it was. He could have been the nicest guy in the world. It's just, you're an idiot. Okay. This is like a face of anyone that fucking no, there's no way this is an hour and a half wait for this fucking place. Okay, give me a break. So I get outside and I immediately start gaslighting my mom. "Dude, we were going to come here for 2 weeks. Why did you not make a reservation? This is all you've wanted. And you don't even bother to call and find out like this." She's like, "I didn't know." I'm like, "Relax. I'm giving you a hard time." So there's like a Party City right next to it. So I said, let's just go into Party City, walk around. I haven't been to one of those in a long time,
Yeah.
and looked at all the costumes and, birthday shit. And, we had a good time and got done with that. And phone chimed, was like, table's ready. So we go in there, seat us outside at the only table where the umbrella is closed. And I'm like, who seats somebody at a table with the umbrella closed? Like, this is, and immediately I got annoyed because I was like, I don't want to sit here and eat. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I don't even want to be here. I'm just taking mom. So, whatever you want. I don't give a shit. So, so she's like toiling over the menu. I'm like, what we're going to get? Yeah. She's like, no, I got to read the menu. I was like, you could just gone on the menu and like seeing if there was something you liked before we even came here. Like, do you not know how a restaurant works? I'm like, because now she's looking at the menu and she's almost like, I don't know if I like any of this. And I'm just going, what the fuck? Why are we here?
Exactly.
I'm like, I know I don't like anything here. I've been here before. I don't like this food. It sucks. Well, whatever, So finally she picks something. And she picks the meatloaf. Of all the things, she just picks the meatloaf. And it's like, it's not meatloaf. It's like pork, beef,
and veal.
It's
I've had it like that too.
Yeah, it's like, and it's like, I would never get it in a million years. Even if I ate like meat, I would never get that because it sounded disgusting. And so she's eating it. I got something else that I was like, whatever, it's fucking food. And so she's eating it, and I see her kind of like pushing stuff around a plate like a little kid. I'm like, do you not like it? I mean, it's all right. I'm like, well, I go, fucking all right? No, it's got to be goddamn great because you were like 2 months ago, you're like, we're fucking going to Grillsmith, so this better be the best food you've ever eaten. I mean, like, because I was like, we could go anywhere. I'll take you to Burns if you want. She's like, no, I want to go to Grillsmith. I was like, come on, man. What the fuck? And so she's eating and she's like, it feels bad, whatever. And so then we get done, and I ate like half mine. I was like, this sucks. And which I knew it was gonna suck, so I was fine with that. I already accepted I was not gonna enjoy the food. Which is cool. As long as I know going in that I'm not gonna have a good time, I really don't care. And so then she's the very nice waitress. She's like, do you guys want some dessert? And I go, I'm fine. Do you want? She's like, no. I go, bullshit. You want some dessert? She's, what kind of desserts do you have? And she's, it's a key lime pie. She loves key lime pie. I said, just get the key lime pie. Well, I can't eat it now. I said, no shit, you can't eat it now. Just get it to go. Can we get a piece of key lime pie to go? She's like, I'm like, just get the fucking, just get the goddamn key lime pie to go. What the hell's the problem?
Yeah.
And then can I get a to-go box for my garbage? And she's like, okay, cool. And so then now we get done. I pay the bill, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Apparently, the guy in the back is like fucking Juan Valdez, the fucking shitty food maker. It's like, fine angel. So they have a Marshalls next door, which I've never actually been into a Marshalls. I've been in a Marshalls to meet the girls and then promptly left the Marshalls. I've never gone shopping, so to speak. My mom goes, I need to go to Marshalls. I said, okay. I was like, fine. What are we getting? She's like, I need to get dog bags, like poop bags. She's like, yeah, at Marshalls. Yeah. I go, really? She's like, yeah. Why is that? I go, I don't know, because that's like,
it seems like a clothing.
That seems like a Walmart thing.
Yeah,
or a Target thing, or anywhere but Marsh. No, she goes, they have the ones I like, and I'm like, you have dog poop bags you like? Like, how is this even a thing?
Exactly.
Sure enough, so we go back and know right where to go, and she grabs the poop bags, and I don't know what else she got for the dog that he likes, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like so weird.
Why does it have all this stuff? Yeah.
And so then I walk out to her car and send her on her way, and I get to go home and yay, good son. And so she's like, should we do this next weekend? And I go, no. The girls won't be around, so that's okay. No, I got other things to do. What? It doesn't matter. We're just not doing this again. Yeah, eat the freaking pie. Exactly. So I call my dad, because my dad, we take my dad out to breakfast like a month ago.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, he goes, you know what I really want? And I'm like, Fuck. Where do I begin? You tell me. He goes, I want one of those sandwiches. And I go, wow. In my head, it's all playing out. Way to narrow it the fuck down. I mean, there is literally 6 sandwich shops within walking distance of this restaurant. Hell, they probably even have sandwiches here. Hey, Dad. Well, what kind of sandwich is this? He goes, the kind that they patty cake. What?
Yeah.
And Haley, of course, is starting to amuse herself, and she's like, Cuban? I want an authentic Cuban sandwich. And I go, okay, so we want authentic this. Got it. This means Cuban. And so I said, no problem, man. We have the spot. We have the authentic Cuban place. I'll take you there. He goes, really? That's surprise. Yeah, why wouldn't I not?
Yeah.
I mean, you want a Cuban sandwich? We'll go get a fucking Cuban sandwich. Not a big deal. I gotta eat dinner too. So I call him this week when I found out when the girls were leaving. I said, hey, Friday night, going to get you your Cuban sandwich. There again. Really? Yeah. Going to get a Cuban. So I'm anxious to see. So tomorrow night, it's Cuban sandwich night. So it'll be interesting to see how this all goes.
I've never had a authentic Cuban. I've had Cuban sandwiches, but just our version of here. So
yeah, so we have this really awesome Cuban place. I don't know if there's anyone there that's Cuban. They might be. I don't know. But they make really good Cuban food.
Yeah.
Like really good, but they make really good Cuban sandwiches, and they're smart because they realize that a lot of white people don't necessarily want to eat the same Cuban sandwich every time they come in there. And so they make a variety of Cuban sandwiches.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. So like they make like a Cuban club and like a Cuban Italian, and it's like, and they're really good too. Like,
yeah.
So they take a Cuban sandwich and make it in the vein of these other sandwiches, along with like some of the other stuff. And it's like they got really good soups, all this. And it's a nice little family place.
Yeah.
And the shittiest fries. The fries suck. So disappointing.
Dude, like I love a soup and sandwich shop. I love soup, I love sandwiches.
Yeah, they make this soup that I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
And I just go give me one of those to go.
Yeah. Well, so what I realized in the travels, like if the family's ever mixed, if it was me, you, Derek, his wife, here's how the eating would go. Me, Sue, and Derek's wife, we'd eat at one place. You, Derek, and Cassie would eat at another place.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. It would just be the reverse, because like we're eating, they have a really good barbecue spot down there.
Yeah.
And Derek loves the turkey. I also love turkey. I think turkey's the best sandwich meat.
Right.
Like I'm at a barbecue
place.
Like I'm at a barbecue spot. Like I want the pork or the brisket or something, or the ribs. He also loves ribs. I mean,
dry rub ribs. Oh, so good.
And I typically don't like ribs, but this place, nothing is bad at this place.
Oh, that's
so we go there, and that's the first place I ever had pimento cheese.
Oh,
and they home make it, dude. It is really good. So I had that, and then got the ribs, and we ate it again for the next day. But
I've figured out while we were eating at the meat on a stick place that you have a much wider palate for cheese than I do.
Yeah.
Because you were like, oh my God, this is really good cheese. And I was like, I was looking at that, and I was like, probably smells like foot. And so I went.
It was a little funky. It was a little funky.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Some people really like that.
Right. Yeah.
And so when I took Sebastian up for his second round, I grabbed a piece of it, and I took like one bite of it, and I was like, in the bushes, and I was like, okay, I don't have the palate. Not tasting what he's tasting.
That's what I'm telling. Like I'm telling you, that's how the lineup would be. Yeah. It'd be you, Derek, and Cassie would eat these things, and like me, Sue, and Derek.
Well, I feel like a barbecue place is a safe bet usually, because barbecue places always have a mixture of whatever, So I like barbecue. I mean, we can all agree on a barbecue place for the most part. Like if it's like, let's do barbecue. Sounds safe. Let's do it.
And this place, everything they do is handmade. So there's nothing like prepackaged. I don't know if they make their own bread, but like all the sides, everything is handmade. So it's really good. And they had Dole Whip. I mean,
oh wow, yeah.
They ran out of strawberry though, so I had to get the pineapple Dole Whip.
Yeah, I can't do pineapple.
Yeah.
That was
Derek felt the same way. He wanted the strawberry, got the pineapple. He started eating and was like, I shouldn't have got the pineapple, but I already had ice cream in my mind, and this is the only thing they had.
I'm leaving and going someplace else. Yeah. I mean, literally, like if it's like, what do you guys got for dessert? No, I don't want any of that. Let's just go down the street to get ice cream.
Yeah.
You know, really? Yeah. No, we can. We can. We have cars and we have money. We can drive.
Yeah.
Depending on where we're at, we can walk. So.
But we got to hit that. We got to. We also, in the vein of Halloween, I told you he's got the really nice short throw projector.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched The Shining, which I haven't seen in forever.
Oh wow! Like the Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Version?
Like,
wow.
dude,
I don't think I've ever seen it
whole. You've probably seen parts, huh?
I've seen bits and pieces of it over the. Oh yeah.
It still holds up, man. It's a great movie. It's very slow in the beginning. You have to forgive it that because the era that it came out, but it's like they're telling your story, they're building the tension. You can see weird, like Shelley Duvall is such a strange, like she's creepy herself, and she's not even the one to be scared of in the whole movie.
Really,
like she's smoking, like the dude, little boy trying to eat his cereal. She's like got ash out this far over his cereal bowl, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny too. I found this on Instagram. This they were playing classic commercials, and it was a political commercial for drinking and driving.
Yeah,
you know they found fucking Farmer John, and he's like, I don't understand how you could tell me I work a hard day. You know, I work 11, 12-hour day. I can't sit in my truck and drink 1 or 2 beers before I go home. You know. And you know, this other girl, she's kids like in the front seat, and she's sitting there smoking a cigarette. And she's like, "Yeah, they're telling you can't drink. You gotta wear seatbelts. Next thing you know, we're gonna be communists." And I'm like,
yeah,
oh yeah, right, yeah. I forgot 70s were awesome. Yep.
Yeah. It was a different time for sure.
Yeah, drinking and driving. What is that?
Listen, I remember my mom smoking with the windows up in the middle of winter.
Hot boxing the shit out of you?
It's bro, like I got asthma. You know that, right?
Nope. It's not my problem.
Like no, like ADHD, that doesn't exist. Neither does asthma. Yeah, you gotta watch The Shining. I like ET as well, but I know some people don't like ET, so I can't fault you that one.
I don't even know if ET holds up anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't even know if that holds up anymore. That's like, yeah.
The Shining 100% holds up. ET, I like the movie. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah. The thing is I've, as you move forward, it's like, I might want to read that book again. You know, it's like, oh, that was a good book. I should read that again. Very rarely is it like, oh, that was a good movie. I should watch it again. Yeah. It's like, nah, my memory, I'm pretty good. I saw it. Half vanilla, half.
I would have went. That would have been good, like a little cream.
Yeah, because you gotta tame that pineapple. It gets a little crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
And I love pineapple is one of my favorite fruits. But Dole Whip is not really pineapple to me.
No.
Like pineapple flavoring is so hit and miss. Like Cassie won't even touch it.
I can understand that.
And some of it's good, but some of it is bad. Like,
yeah, well, they make it too intense.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
she'll eat pineapple, the fruit.
Yeah,
but pineapple flavoring and anything, she's not messing with it.
Batteries not included. All right, this isn't. Let's tell us all your old crappy movies, okay? You saw The Shining. That's it. He had a flashback moment. You know, it's okay. We watched Starship Troopers at Brian's when we were there, and I was like, yeah, there's a reason why I haven't watched this in probably 10 or 15 years.
That movie is so, that movie
sucks now. You know, and he's like, dude, this movie's awesome. I'm like,
yeah,
I mean, it's a popcorn movie. Okay, it's like
That
it
was
can be on in the background. We've all seen it.
Starship Troopers was so bad that it was a good movie. One of those.
Yes.
That's one of those movies.
Yes. Yeah. Like you can watch it because you know every scene.
Right. Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't like. We can all and oh yeah, that one right. Yeah.
You know what movie got popped in my head today because my buddy bought a new rental property that they're renovating. He pulls out an old 10-speed with the handles that curve.
Oh gosh.
Around.
Yeah.
And I said, American Flyers. And he's like, oh, is that the brand? I was like, no, bro. That's the movie from 1985 with, I can't think of his damn name now. But anyways, I'm sure you've seen it where they go on the race and him and his brother.
Yeah, it's no good.
Yeah.
It's just no good.
No, that one definitely doesn't hold up. I remember loving it when I was a kid, but that was 1985.
Well, yeah, and you had nothing else to love.
Right.
You know, it's like you were 1985 love.
Yeah. And I'd seen it maybe I seen it when it came out on TV. So it's probably 88-ish, somewhere in that. It used to take a long time for movies to go from the theater to TV.
Dude, he said he liked Battlefield Earth. That's the shittiest John Travolta Scientologist movie ever.
Oh no. Chris, dude, what's going on with you?
That's not good.
Yeah, that's
a terrible movie.
That movie's so bad I forgot it existed.
Dude, that you watched that movie once and you were just like, I feel dumber.
Yeah. Didn't that have the disco guy?
Yeah, John Travolta.
Travolta, yeah.
Yeah, he played an alien.
Yeah,
it was an L. Ron Hubbard book.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they made it.
Which explains it, yeah.
It's so terrible, it's good.
Well, I will say this. No. Have we found out that Ryan and Chris both have bad taste because they both defended The Fifth Element?
What's wrong with The Fifth Element?
No, that movie sucks, dude.
Okay. I mean, but it's a classic movie of suckiness. I mean,
yeah.
I don't have anything wrong with. I'm not going to defend it. Like I'm not going to be like, oh no, it's just a movie. I mean, it was just a movie. It had some really stupid shit in it. They literally pulled stones out of a blue creature.
Mm-hmm.
You know that made no sense. Like, yes, plot lines and holes aplenty, but it had Bruce Willis in it, so gotta love it.
That would explain a lot.
I don't think so.
Not. Yeah.
He loves sci-fi.
Yeah.
Hey, gotta remember, L. Ron Hubbard was a science fiction writer long before he created Scientology. So he's accredited for his science fiction writing.
Right. Prolific as well.
Yeah,
he wrote more than anybody.
Yeah. There's some good stuff there.
I really don't like sci-fi. I really don't like fantasy either. Like the only sci-fi I liked is like Star Wars.
Right.
I did like I do like Star Trek too. But
okay, so you're still a nerd. Let it go, man.
Yeah, but it's not.
You don't have to put it in a bottle, man. You don't have to. You don't have to like.
They'll watch the sci-fi guys. Will just watch some of the worst stuff ever.
Well, in there again, I think as soon as you start drawing lines around things, then it becomes no fun. You know, it's like, I mean, realistically, I'm an action guy. I like watching action movies. I like senseless violence. I don't care if it's in the stars or on the ground or in a cave or in a plane. The problem is now there's nothing good to watch. So I like last weekend, you know, I had a ton of work to do. The girls were gone. So I finally all weekend, like they left. Friday night I had something to do. Saturday night I had something to do. Sunday I was working all day and I finished what I was doing at about 9:30 at night. And I was like, all right, finally get to turn on the TV. And I watched the last, unbeknownst to me, I watched the last episode of season 3 of Slow Horses on Apple TV. And I watched the last episode of Bad Monkey on Apple TV. And I was like, well, shit. Which Bad Monkey was good. That was a good show. It was 10 episodes, though.
Yeah.
I'm an 8 guy. I figured that out. I'm an 8. I think, and here's the fucked up thing. I think Slow Horses was 6. I was like, this sucks. Either way, they both ended on the same night. So I got done and I was like, oh shit.
Cassie was watching. She's been watching some show about horses. I haven't kept
Yeah,
up.
this has nothing to do with horses.
All
It's
right,
just,
so this is something else. But it looked. This show she's watching looked like it was from the '90s or
yeah,
early
no. So
2000s.
this is it's called slow horses because it's a term that MI5 uses for their when you get kicked out of MI5, you move into like the short bus crew.
Yeah.
So they call them. It's called Slough House,
Oh.
but the Americans pronounce it slow horses. It's okay. Oh, Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I won't get to watch that. Yeah, hey, that's Haley's favorite. We might have to watch it next week.
I might have to. Well, all that's on Apple TV now.
Yeah,
That might be the only thing I've watched on Apple TV this
yeah,
year.
yeah. And I won't be watching any TV this weekend either because I got a full. Dude, the girls are gone. I got so much work to do that I can actually get done. Ooh,
Yeah.
Carlito's Way. That was okay. It wasn't great. It was like
I remember liking it, but I just haven't watched it in so long.
well, yeah, it was there again. It was fine back then because but I think that was like Al Pacino's last
Yeah.
like good gangster style movie. At that point, I think he was almost too old to make that movie. But whatever.
A movie I still love, and I
Yes,
know
you are.
Bug connectors that I still love that people don't is it came out in theaters called Bound by Honor. Then they changed the name to Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh, okay.
So I love that movie, and people, it's just too long for most people.
That's like the Tom Cruise movie, Live, Die, Repeat.
Oh, I like that movie.
And then
yeah, they changed the name, right?
Yeah, to the original name. That was a good movie. That was
that was a good movie.
Yeah, I've actually watched that a bunch of times, not intentionally.
Yeah. What's the whole thing with Tom Cruise? Like, Tom Cruise is a weird, like everything everyone says about Tom Cruise, agree. But the dude, like,
he can act.
When I watch his movies, I like his movies.
Yeah, no, he can act. I don't care. There again, like I've always said, I like the characters.
Yeah.
I don't have to like the actor.
Exactly.
The actor can like whoopity doo over there. I don't care. As long as he can portray a cool character, like I don't want to meet Tom Cruise. Maverick seems like a pretty cool guy. Tom Cruise, not so much. Maverick, yeah, why not?
That's funny. See, I knew Cassie was the same type weird as me.
Apparently, I have to. I feel like I've watched the movie. I just don't remember what it is.
It's about a white kid that's half Mexican, completely white, but he's in a Mexican gang. They go to prison, and it kind of tells the story of how they grow up. And he goes to prison and ends up being like running the prison for the Mexican gang and stuff. Yeah, it's got Lou Diamond Phillips is in it.
I know exactly what movie you're talking about. I can picture the artwork and going.
Yeah. This one, so I also like this movie, but it's kind of weird.
The Devil's Advocate, yeah, there you go.
That was a weird movie, but
yeah. There again, action stars are not, the 80s action genre is not what it used to be. So now
you still had the big guys. Now it's The Rock.
But he's not even. Yeah, but he doesn't make good action movies.
Well, no, but he is the position that they would have been in back then.
Yeah, but
he's not as good.
He's not as good, and Cena is he's not trying to be an action star. And Batista just decided that he doesn't want to be the big guy anymore.
You got the other's the skinny dude.
You got Chris Hemsworth that's trying to do his thing.
Yeah, but he does a little different. I'm talking about the guy that was in the movie with The Rock for Fast and Furious.
Oh, Efron? Oh, no.
No. The guy he's skinny British dude, kicks everyone's ass.
Oh, Statham.
Yeah, Jason Statham. He's one of them.
Yeah, but he's old now too. I mean, they're
right. Yeah,
he's like the reality is they're making everybody a freaking action hero. Like now is the time of the average guy. So you watch these guys that are just normal people that have like 2% body fat, and that's it. It's like that's all you got to do. You just got to have 2% body fat, and you're a superstar. You take a million punches in the face. And get shot and crawl. Yeah. The new actors are nobodies. I wouldn't say they're nobodies, but it's like at one moment they're making a a action movie, and then the next they're making a romance dancing movie. It's like,
well, it's new actors are a brand now, so
yeah,
it's very curated. They were brands back in the day as well, but now it's like we're representing
Henry Cavill. There you go. There's a good one.
Henry Cavill, but it's like he's an exception. But these other ones are like, oh, we're selling Powerpuff cereal. We're doing this. We're doing that.
Right.
And but back in the action days, it was like you had an action figure, or maybe you done a GI Joe commercial or something like that. But yeah, I kind of want to see this movie.
Oh,
that actually looks good. Where the Rock he's the head elf and has
not
to go.
Ryan Reynolds. That's
it's Dane Cook. No.
It's the Captain America. What's his name? Fantastic Four guy.
Chris Evans.
It's Chris Evans in The Rock.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. That was the one he did with Will Ferrell, where they did the musical.
Yeah, I think
where Will Ferrell was Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah, they tricked us a little bit on that one.
Yeah. Actually, I watched that. Like, I think I've watched that 2 or 3 times now on accident, not like in a whole sitting. It's just been on. And
I thought it was okay, but
yeah,
it actually tricked.
To me, once you knew the trick and you could pay more attention to the movie, I felt like it got better.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm almost like liking this movie now. Damn it.
Yeah.
Have you watched the special with the guys from the cookie company that sat down?
Do you watch Extra Blood? No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out. I know the one guy, the guy that plays the main character, he that's all he ever did, acting. So he's kind of holding on to that, and like trying to do the whole thing.
15 minutes, just squeeze it forever.
Yeah. Because that literally came out in like 99 or something like that. So
yeah.
All right.
I like the episodes of Reverse Polarity and Sidejag.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the best 2 shows on TV right now.
Yeah.
As stated on the previous show, if you caught that, but we'll tell you guys, we're going to be off for a couple weeks because we got Halloween coming up next weekend, and then we got Dean doing some crazy travel shit. So we'll let you know when we're back. But it could be a couple 3 weeks.
Yeah, couple 3 weeks. But we will be back.
We will be back.
Maybe I'll make Chris come on one of these.
There you go. That's a fantastic idea. We'd love to do it.
I'll force Chris and Fro.
Yeah, you'll twist their arms. I think you should do that. I mean, if they're, Chris is always down for it. So
yeah,
I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, not next week though, Chris. We kind of Halloween's a fun holiday around here. We set up the projector, hand out. There's so many kids that come through here. Before we end, I bought $160 worth of candy. Don't know if that's gonna be enough, but I got it on Amazon, and I just go full size bar. It's actually cheaper, because we can just hand one out to each kid. So I have roughly like 180 full size bars.
Amazon, huh?
Yeah. So I ordered that. It's already all here except for one package. But I order that, and then I get a bunch of little candies because they like to try to swing back around and get double. If it's the kids live in the neighborhood, sure. Or if it's the end of the night and we're about done, sure. But also, like the adults, you're not getting full size, bro. I'm giving you a little mini one.
We buy sugar-free gummy bears for the kids.
Oh, geez.
That's so bad.
Dude, have you read the reviews on those?
Poop City.
Yeah.
No, I got to go buy some. We typically get like 10 trick-or-treaters.
Oh, man.
So, which is fine.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I mean, I'm what is it, Thursday night? So, fuck.
Exactly. We just make a big thing of it because there's literally, I don't know if you see, but right around the corner from where we are, there's another division.
Yeah.
They do like one of the big light shows, starts in October all the way through Christmas. Yeah. So that draws a lot. And then there's so many houses connected that we just get hundreds of kids through here.
Yeah.
They bring a hayride through here, like a flatbed with kids.
No. So what I'll probably end up doing, well, it'll be Thursday night. There probably won't be much going on. I might actually start taking the Christmas decorations down and moving stuff around, because that's a whole process. So, and I know like Haley wants to get those things put up as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So you know, they'll be out of town, so I might just start doing those and try to get as much of that done.
Well, I do have the Halloween obsessed niece, one of them, and I told her and her fiance, I was like, listen, November 1st, like I'll give you this month, right? Just weird it up, do all this, like we're done with the creepy shit. Like November 1st, we're cutting y'all off.
Yeah.
No more Nightmare Before Christmas is over, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like this Christmas time now.
Yep.
Forget about Thanksgiving. That's also Christmas time.
Yeah. It's not even a thing. Not even a thing. Yeah. That's the thing, because I know it's like I'll be gone week 2 into Thanksgiving, and it's like, you know, that's like prime decoration time. So it's like, I think I might wait to do the yard until that time, but I'll have the house done by that. Hopefully I'll get as much stuff as I can done those weekends. So
good time.
Yep. Okay. Well, hey guys, thanks so much for listening and playing along. That's all we got.
Yeah, see you in November sometime.
Bingo.
Later.